Previously, we have been able to show that not many people who know how to use this formula can solve problems under quadratic equation with them. In other words, the knowledge of this formula is not sufficient. Let's prove that one more time. If you are given this kind of a question, it is going to lead you to a quadratic equation. Not until you are able to resolve this problem, you will not get that quadratic equation that will enable you use the general formula or the quadratic formula to resolve the problem. So you can see that your knowledge of the quadratic formula might be useless if you cannot solve this problem. So in this video, we are going to look at this word problem and tell how we can resolve this further to a quadratic equation and use the general formula to solve it. Let's look at the problem. The denominator of a fraction is 1 more than twice the numerator. If the sum of the fraction and its reciprocal is 2 whole numbers 16 over 21, find the fraction. So let's start by saying, let the fraction be, we are going to take it gradually because this is where you need to resolve the problem first. The fraction is, we're told that the denominator of a fraction is 1 more than twice the numerator. If we give an unknown to the numerator, say x, so we now have the numerator as x all over the denominator. So what is the denominator? The denominator of the fraction is 1 more than twice the numerator. If the numerator is x, twice the numerator becomes 2x. 1 more than twice the numerator becomes 2x plus 1. So the denominator is simply 2x plus 1. It is 1 more than twice the numerator if the numerator is x. So we have made a very useful assumption that says let the fraction be x all over 2x plus 1. Now that we know the fraction, let's move to the next step. The next step is to know its reciprocal. The reciprocal of this fraction is simply the inverse of that fraction. So if this is the reciprocal, if this is the fraction, then the reciprocal will be 2x plus 1 all over x. Simply flip it. The denominator comes up, the numerator comes down, and that becomes the reciprocal. What did the question actually say? If the sum of the fraction and its reciprocal is this, it means this plus this should give us 2 whole number 16 over 21. So we now have the equation we need to solve the problem. X over 2x plus 1 plus 2x plus 1 over x equals 2 whole number 16 over 21. From here, we just need to find the value of x, and we are done. Let's continue. At this point, you find the LCM of this fraction. LCM of 2x plus 1 and x is the product, x into 2x plus 1. If 2x plus 1 divides this, you'll be left with x. The x multiplies this numerator, it gives you x squared, plus this x cancels this x, you'll be left with 2x plus 1. 2x plus 1 multiplied 2x plus 1 is definitely 2x plus 1 squared. And everything equals to this improper fraction because 2 times 21 is 42. 42 plus 16 is 58 over 21. That is how to convert from mixed to improper fraction. From here, let's open up the brackets. If we expand 2x plus 1 squared, you're definitely going to get 4x squared plus 4x plus 1. Take your time, expand this, and you will get this. Of course, you add x squared to it, divided by x times 2x is 2x squared, plus x times 1 is x, and everything equals 58 over 21. At this point, we add up 4x squared plus x squared is 5x squared. The equation reduces to 5x squared plus 4x plus 1 all over 2x squared plus x equals 58 over 21. You know where we are going to already. We are already going to obtain a quadratic equation, but let's write on. By cross multiplication, we saw further. 58 multiplies this, while 21 multiplies this. So if 58 multiplies 2x squared, you're going to get 116x squared, plus 58 multiplies x gives us 58x equal to 21 multiplies 5x, it gives us 105x squared. 21 multiplies 4x, it gives us 84x. 21 multiplies 1 is 21. What you do at this point, since we are going to be getting the quadratic equation, is to move everything on the right hand side into the left hand side and equate it to 0. By doing so, all the signs changes on the right hand side. So we have 116x squared, 105x squared becomes negative 105x squared plus 58x, and this becomes negative 84x, and this 21 becomes negative 21, and everything equal to 0. We just moved everything on the right to the left, changing each of the signs and equate to 0. Now it is getting simpler. 116 minus 105 is 11. So we have 11x squared minus 58 minus 84 is negative 26. So you have minus 26x minus 21 equals 0. This is the quadratic equation, and this is where you can now use your general formula method or your quadratic formula method. But come to think of it, if you were unable to resolve the problem up to this point, you would have realized that your knowledge of the quadratic formula could not solve a problem that has led to a quadratic equation. So this part of the video was very critical. Now let's bring back the quadratic formula, and the quadratic formula says x equals minus b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And this is what each of the terms stand for. A is 11, the coefficient of x squared, 11. B is negative 26, the coefficient of x, negative 26. C is the constant term, negative 21. And that's what we have here. All we just need to do is to plug each of these values into this formula. And we have x equals negative 26 because we have minus b, and b is negative 26. Plus or minus negative 26 squared because we have b squared, minus 4 times 11, a is 11, times minus 21 because c is minus 21, divided by 2a, 2 times 11, a is 11. Of course, let's move to the next page. On the next page, we have the fraction we are looking for here. This is what we just calculated previously, and it is still there. Negative 26 is positive 26. So this becomes positive 26 plus or minus square root of negative 26 squared is 676. Minus 4 times 11 is minus 44. Minus 44 times minus 21 we change to positive. 44 times 21 is 924 divided by 22 because 2 times 11 is 22. Solving further, we have 26 plus or minus 1600 because 676 plus 924 will give you 1600 divided by 22. Of course, that will bring us to 26 plus or minus 40 because the square root of 1600 is 40. 40 all over 22. And then we have that either x is 26 plus 40 over 22, taking a positive sign, or x equals to 26 minus 40 over 22, where we take the negative sign, because a quadratic equation has two values. The positive is the positive side of it, the negative is the second value of it. 26 plus 40 is definitely 66 over 22, or x will be 26 minus 40 is negative 14 over 22. 66 over 22 is 3, or x equals to minus 14 over 22 will give you minus 7 over 11. Now we are looking for x, so we can put it into this equation to obtain the fraction. If you put negative 7 over 11 into the place of x here, you are going to be getting an improper fraction. Of course, looking at this formula, you should know that this is a proper fraction. It therefore means that negative 7 over 11 is not what we need. It is unsuitable. Now that it is unsuitable, it means x is 3. We know the value of x to be 3. We just need to put it back into this expression to get the fraction. So the fraction will be equal to 3 all over 2 into 3 plus 1, because 3 is x. So we put 3 here, we put 3 here, and you get 3 all over 2 into 3 plus 1. 2 into 3 is 6, 6 plus 1 is 7, so that the fraction becomes 3 over 7. That is the answer to the question. Very simple, very straightforward. I believe you enjoyed this video and you now know how to resolve word problem leading to quadratic equation. If you do, here is a simple one for you. Solve the equation below. This is the equation using the quadratic formula. Don't factorize, don't use the completing the square method, just use the quadratic formula to resolve this problem. And when you do that, put your answer in the comment section and I'll be there waiting for you. Thank you for watching this video and hope to see you in our next video.